श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्। ॐ वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं वन्दे तं सच्चिदानन्दं यतिवर्यं महामतिं वेदान्तसारग्नं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं श्रीगुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं सद्गुरुं सच्चिदानन्दं साधुवर्यं सनातनं सद्वेदान्तप्रवक्तारं सदा स्वान्ते स्मराम्यहं। गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ओं नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो नमो महभ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। So in the last class we saw some concepts of Adhyasa Bhashya. Adhyasa Bhashya is the introduction for Brahma Sutra Bhashya, where Acharya demonstrated not by imagination but by our universal experience that the adhyasa, the misconception, is there in our daily life. So it is already there. The misconception is there. Okay, so if there is a misconception, what is the substratum of the misconception? What is the essence of the misconception? So गलत हो गया है, किसमें है गलती? किसमें है गलती? मतलब क्या है? मिसकॉन्सेप्शन हो गया है। सो किसमें अध्यारोप है? किसमें हो गया है मिसकॉन्सेप्शन? सो उसको ढूंढना बहुत जरूरी है। वी हैव टू इन्वेस्टिगेट द सबस्ट्रेटम ऑफ द मिसकॉन्सेप्शन. दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट ओवर हियर. सो दैट इज व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड the Sat. Sat means what? Sat is a Sanskrit term. That's why in English it is translated as the being. Being. So what is there? That is being. So जो है, जो नहीं है, उसका विचार करना बहुत जरूरी है. इसलिए आचार्य ने अध्यास भाष्य का अंत में क्या बोला? अस्य अनर्थ हेतु हो प्रहरणाय. ये अनर्थ का हेतु मतलब मूल, रूट कॉज, उसको काटने के लिए, कट दैट रूट ऑफ अनर्थ, दैट इज अविद्या. कैसा काटना है? गलत समझ गया है ना, उसलिए राइट नॉलेज से वो जाता है. इसलिए राइट नॉलेज, और राइट नॉलेज मतलब क्या है? अध्यात्म विद्या. ये अध्यात्म विद्या से आत्मिक विद्या, आत्मिक विद्या प्रतिपत्तये. आत्मिक विद्या से ही ये सभी गलत दूर होगा. किसी कुछ whatever you do, it will not go. Whatever circus you do, it will not go. That's why ज्ञान से ही मोक्ष है. किसी और चीज से मोक्ष नहीं होता है. ज्ञान ही जरूरत है. कैवल्य प्राप्ति मतलब मोक्ष प्राप्ति के लिए ज्ञान के बिना कुछ और चीज जरूरत नहीं है. और कुछ और चीज जरूरत क्यों होता है? एक ज्ञान के लिए सपोर्ट करने के लिए होता है. वो सभी साधना जो है वो ज्ञान के लिए सपोर्ट करने के लिए ही होता है. ठीक है? इसलिए ये आत्मिक विद्या प्रतिपत्तये सर्वे वेदांत आरभ्यन्ते. सभी वेदांत इस आत्मिक विद्या के लिए ही है. वो डिक्लेयर किया आचार्य ने. वेदांत और हम ये स्मृति भी ले सकता है. स्मृति मतलब क्या? ये भगवत गीता भी हम ले सकता है, क्योंकि ये स्मृति श्रुति को फॉलो करता है. ये भगवत गीता में भगवान ने 2nd चैप्टर में if I am not wrong, 12th shloka. That is where he has told that is the बीज ये सभी अध्याय का भगवत गीता बीज श्लोक कौन सा है? वो नासतो विद्यते भावो नाभावो विद्यते सतः उभयोरपि दृष्टवन्तः स्वनयो तत्वदर्शिभिः. That is the root seed of whole Bhagavad Gita. So to explain this shlok, the entire Bhagavad Gita has come. ये श्लोक जानने के लिए ही ये सभी अध्याय भगवत गीता का अध्याय चला है. इसलिए हम इस श्लोक का अर्थ समझना बहुत जरूरी है. वो क्या है? वो श्लोक में भगवान ने दो चीज बोला. क्या है वो सत और असत. ओके, सत स्वरूप और असत स्वरूप मतलब क्या?
हेलो.
क्या शिवांश?
सर मैं ये पूछ रहा हूँ कि सॉरी मैं 5 मिनट्स लेट हो गया, तो कितना हो गया अभी, मतलब क्लास में आपने कितना?
अभी क्या बोला? लास्ट टाइम में अध्यास भाष्य में हम किया था ना.
जी 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 जी.
अध्यास भाष्य में अंत में क्या आचार्य ने बोला है कि ये अनर्थ का मूल काटने के लिए सभी वेदांत आया है. वेदांत और भगवत गीता भी है. इसलिए भगवत गीता का 2nd चैप्टर में एक श्लोक है, वो नासतो विद्यते भावो ना भावो विद्यते सतः उभयोरपि दृष्टवन्तः स्वनयो तत्वदर्शिभिः.
चैप्टर 2 वर्स 16.
हाँ 16 है ना.
जी जी जी.
हाँ 16 श्लोक. सो उसका समझना बहुत जरूरी है, क्योंकि ये अध्यास मतलब क्या है? एक गलत समझना, सम मिसकंसेप्शन. सो आचार्य डेमोन्स्ट्रेट किया कि ये मिसकंसेप्शन है. उस किसमें है मिसकंसेप्शन वो जानना है. मतलब वो इफ देयर इज अ मिसकंसेप्शन देयर शुड बी समथिंग व्हिच इज देयर. If nothing is there, no one will get a misconception, correct? If nothing is there in the space, we can't get any misconception. That's why. So what is the essence? Substratum क्या है? मतलब जो है उसको ढूंढना है. इसलिए भगवान ने बोला कि सदसत विवेक बहुत जरूरी है. क्या है वो सदसत विवेक? वो सत ना सतो विद्यते भावो ना भावो विद्यते सतः. सतः सत मतलब क्या है? जो है. सत मतलब जो है. व्हाट इज देयर इज सत. व्हाट इज नॉट देयर इज असत. व्हाट इज नॉट देयर इज असत. व्हाट इज देयर इज सत. ओके. सदसत विवेक जिसको होता है वो ज्ञानी कहलाता है. उभयोरपि दृष्टवन्तः तनेव तत्वदर्शिभिः. तत्वदर्शी मतलब क्या है? ज्ञानी होता है. वो सदसत विवेक जिसको है वो ही ज्ञानी है. वो इस श्लोक का सारांश है. मतलब असत मतलब क्या है? वो जिस चीज उस स्वभाव को बदलता है, that thing which changes its nature will not exist at the time of appearance also. वो चीज नहीं बदलता है काल में और देश में, किसी हालत में नहीं बदलता है. वो ही है सत स्वरूप है उसका ही. इसलिए ही संस्कृत में वो सत स्वरूप. इन इंग्लिश इट इज बीइंग एंड इन हिंदी है मतलब है. इट इज देयर. प्योर बीइंग उसका ढूंढना है. वो असत मतलब क्या है? जो जिस बदलता है. मतलब आचार्य ने एक एग्जांपल दिया. ये मतलब ये आग आग का नेचर वो इट टू इल्यूमिनेट एंड इट विल बी द नेचर विल बी इट इज विल बी हैविंग हीट. ठीक है. वो हीट एंड इल्यूमिनेशन इफ इट इज चेंजेस द डेफिनेशन ऑफ फायर विल नॉट बी देयर. क्योंकि फायर मतलब वही है, इसलिए वो बदलता नहीं है. जैसे यहां भी जिस चीज बदलता है वो चीज दिखने के वक्त भी वो नहीं है. मतलब सांप दिखता है, वो हिंदी में क्या बोलता है रोप के लिए, वो
रस्सी रस्सी
रस्सी
रस्सी रस्सी रस्सी, वो रस्सी है. सांप दिखने के वक्त, मिसकॉन्सेप्ट के वक्त, दिखने के वक्त ही वो नहीं है था. ये ऐसा नहीं है कि सांप चला है, लस्सी से चला है, नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. दिखाने के वक्त भी वो सांप नहीं है, रोप ही है. ऐसा वो जो सत्य स्वरूप है, सत, वो सत, द प्योर बीइंग which will be there, which is all pervading, वो ही है. उसका ढूंढना बहुत जरूरी है. इसके लिए ही सभी वेदांत, सभी उपनिषदों, सभी ब्रह्म सूत्र और सभी पुराण वो ढूंढने के लिए ही है. इसलिए हम उसका काम करना है. उसके लिए ही हम ये मनुष्य जन्म लिया है. क्योंकि मनुष्य जन्म सार्थक करने के लिए है, भगवान ने दिया है. उसके बिना हम क्या कर रहे हैं, वो इवन so we are not even behaving like animals. So animals will not do any destruction of the nature, but we are doing that. So that's why जागृत होना बहुत जरूरी है. जागृत मतलब क्या है, यही हम क्यों आया है यहाँ. हम हमारे पास ज्यादा टाइम नहीं रहता है, क्योंकि पता नहीं हमको क्या होगा, किस हालत में क्या होगा वो पता नहीं है. इसलिए इसके लिए हम ये परमार्थ स्वरूप का अन्वेषण करने के लिए हमारा जीवन को भी करना बहुत जरूरी होता है. इसके लिए हम उसका विचार करने के लिए वेदांत जो प्रक्रिया वो जो अडॉप्ट किया है, द वेदांत हैज अडॉप्टेड द प्रक्रिया, so which is called the adhyaropa upada prakriya. The prakriya means what? The methodology by which we can know the real nature of the self. That is called the prakriya. प्रक्रिया. वो प्रक्रिया कैसे बताया है वेदांत में, हम थोड़ा हम देख लेंगे किस तरीके से वो वेदांत ये आत्मस्वरूप का निर्णय किया है. इसलिए ये जो प्रक्रिया में बोला था ना, ये प्रक्रिया में बहुत आसान प्रक्रिया जो है, समझने के लिए आसान है. सो विचार बहुत विस्तार है. वो प्रक्रिया इज कॉल्ड अवस्थात्रय प्रक्रिया. अवस्थात्रय प्रक्रिया. सो अवस्थात्रय मतलब, अवस्था मतलब जागृत, स्वप्न, निद्रा. त्रया मतलब तीन, त्रया मतलब तीन. अवस्था जो है, क्या क्या अवस्था रहता है हमारा वो जीवन में. ये जागृत अवस्था, वो स्वप्नावस्था और निद्रावस्था। ठीक है, ये आधुनिक प्रपंच में हमारा जो विज्ञान है, साइंस, द साइंटिफिक वर्ल्ड will give preference only for the waking state. जागृत अवस्था का ही प्रेफरेंस देता है, क्योंकि as per the science this only is real. Waking state itself is real as per the science. So that's why the science, whatever the research the science does, is only with the it will be in the field of
wakeful state.
The field of waking state alone. So that is not Purna Anubhava. So that's why Vedanta or Bhagavad Gita will always consider Sarvatrika Anubhava along with the Purna Anubhava. सार्वत्रिका अनुभव और पूर्ण अनुभव भी लेता है। इसलिए if you do the research only confined to the waking state, that is not complete anubhava. That is not a comprehensive view. The only word which suits Purna Anubhava is comprehensive view of life. In the English, while translating, our Guruji has translated that as a comprehensive vision of life, Purna Anubhava. Whatever you do in the English translation, it will not come close to Sanskrit. That is different story. But the thing is, the comprehensive. So you should not give preference to the partial view. That is a partial view. If you do which are only for the Jagrata Avastha. So that's why, because along with Jagrata Avastha, हमारा अनुभव में स्वप्न भी है और निद्रा भी है. We also have, along with the waking state, the dream state as well as the deep sleep state. Correct? So now that's why Vedanta says that it is not Purna Drishti if you only do the investigation on the waking state. So that's why this Avastatreya prakriya jo hai, the Avastatreya methodology, so is demonstrated completely in one of the Upanishad called Mandukya Upanishad, which has got 12 mantra. So not only in the Mandukya Upanishad, in other Upanishads also, this Avastatreya prakriya is been told. For example, in Brihadaranyaka it is there, Chandogya Upanishad it is there, Kathopanishad it is there, Prashnopanishad it is there. That's why this Avastatreya prakriya, which is told in many Upanishads, which is very important to know the concept of the Vedanta. So that's why those who understand the Avastatreya prakriya properly, with the help of Acharya, Guru, with proper Vedanta Sampradaya, so most of the doubts will get clear. Thereby, you will make a foundation for the Vedanta. That is very important. That's why we will see some of the concepts of the Avastatreya. In Mandukya Upanishad, while, so in a Mandukya Upanishad, ऐसा है, it will directly start. So in Chandogya, Brihadaranyaka and all, ये शिष्य होता है और गुरु होता है. शिष्य का नाम बताता है, वो गुरु जो है वो बोधन करता है. शिष्य गुरु के पास आता है, उसके बाद बोधन ऐसा शुरू होता है. या मांडुक्य में डायरेक्टली बोधन शुरू होता है. तो क्या मांडुक्य उपनिषद में we have to just assume that there is one Shishya and Guru. The Guru here is the Shruti itself. The Shruti itself is Guru. There is no name for Guru here. That Shruti, that Vedanta, that Mandukya Upanishad itself is Shruti. It starts the Bodhana of Atma Gnana. So it will start like this. Om ityedaksharamidgam sarvam. idam sarvam. वो शिष्य है, सामने बोधन कर रहा है. इदम मतलब जो चीज तुम देख रहा हो, देख रहे हो, वो सभी ओमकार है. ओम इत्येदक्षरमिदं सर्वम. ओमकार क्या होता है? ओमकार ही ब्रह्म है. ब्रह्म का नाम ओमकार है. मतलब किसी आदमी को समझने के लिए उसका नाम से बोलता है ना हम. So to identify any person in the world, we'll call by his name. So without the name, no things will exist in the world. If at all, if there is something which is not named, at least we'll call that as it has got no name. Anamadheya. Correct? By that, at least we'll call that by that name. Correct? So whatever the entire world, the Brahma Swarupa, that name is called Om. Abhidhana. In the Sanskrit word, it is Abhidhana. What is Abhideya? To whom the name is there. For example, this body, this shape is recognized by name Raghunandan. Correct? So, who is that person, Raghunandan? This. Like that, the name is Abhidhana. That is Omkara. And Abhideya. So, the Brahma Swarup jo hai, wo Abhideya. You can write down. Okay? Abhideya, Abhidhana. Okay? That's why the Upanishad started saying that Om ityedaksharamidagam sarvam. Okay? वो सभी चीज जो है ओमकार ही है. मतलब वो सभी चीज का क्या हुआ? सभी चीज ओमकार ही है. मतलब सभी चीज का अस्तित्व कहाँ होता है? उसका अस्तित्व जो है वो ही ओमकार है. इससे शिष्य का अंतःकरण जो है वो प्यूरिफाइड होता है तो समझ पाता. नचिकेत जो है ना, नचिकेत वो बहुत उत्तम अधिकारी है. उस जैसा शिष्य है तो ये जस्ट उपदेश काफी है. इस उपदेश से ही he would have realized the soul. क्योंकि ओमकार के बिना कुछ भी नहीं है. But if you can't realize by this word, it will continue. Om ityedaksharamidagam sarvam. Then tasyopakyanam. The Shruti Bhagavati Shruti Bhagavan Namnaya. शंकराचार्य भाष्य में श्रुति, सो श्रुति वो स्त्रीलिंग है, इसलिए भगवती श्रुति कह लिया है. He has told श्रुति. So because श्रुति itself is a god, we can't say that just as a scripture or some mantra. It is not like that. If you have that kind of bhav in our mind, it is not sufficient. So we should consider, it's not consider, it is Bhagavan, Bhagavati Shruti, Bhagavan Amnaya. It is Pullinga, that's why it told Bhagavan Amnaya. So Shruti, that itself is doing a Vyakhyana. Vyakhyana matlab what? So it is explaining the thing which is told by that self. So Shruti itself. Om ityadakshamitagam sarvam. Okay. That it is elaborating. What is that? So sarvam matlab kya hai? So all the students will not understand a teaching in the same lines. So that's why when you say sarvam, the definition of sarvam, the vyapti जो है, so बहुत ज्यादा है. सर्वम मतलब, सर्वा मतलब क्या है? So that's why it is telling भूतम जो हुआ है पहले, भविष्यदिति सर्वम ओंकार एव, दो भूतकाल में जो हो गया है, अभी जो है वर्तमान में, और भूतकाल आगे, भूतकाल वो भविष्यत आगे, भूतकाल जो हो गया है, अभी वर्तमान में जो है, और भविष्यत में जो होता है, वो सभी ओंकार है. ठीक है, ऐसा है. मतलब वो क्या उसको भी स्टूडेंट मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग कर सकता है, क्योंकि काल में इट इज नॉट कन्फाइंड बाय टाइम. द आत्म स्वरूप, वो भगवत स्वरूप जो है, वो इट इज नॉट कन्फाइंड बाय टाइम, बिकॉज टाइम इटसेल्फ हैज कम फ्रॉम हिम. भगवान ने वो 11th चैप्टर में विश्वरूप दिखा दिया अर्जुन को. विश्वरूप मतलब क्या है? काल स्वरूप, जो आगे जो होता है अभी दिखा दिया. मतलब क्या है? काल उसका, उससे ही आया है, काल उसका अधीन है. इसलिए one should not think that since it told भूत भविष्य वर्तमान, so we shouldn't think like that. That's why it told यच्चान्यत् त्रिकालातीतम, वो जो त्रिकाल है उसका अतीत है. So beyond all time is ओंकार ब्रह्मा, तदप्योंकारेवा. So it is beyond everything. It is beyond everything. आत्म स्वरूप का बोधन करने के लिए why it has told like beyond everything. So we don't have any other way. Like this is rope, we can't tell like that. So in the misconception of the snake, of the rope over snake, one can say this is rope, this is the right concept. Like that in the Drashtanta here. So we can't say like that. Why? Because it will never become an object. That rope is an object. Here, Atma will not become an object by any means. By any means. It will not become object. That's why we can't tell like that. So, त्रिकालातीत, ठीक है, वो त्रिकालातीत है, उसको कैसे समझना, वो भी बोलना है ना. इसलिए श्रुति मतलब मांडव्य उपनिषद बोला कि सर्वगम हेतत् ब्रह्मा, ये सर्वगम वो जो है, ये है यदात्मा एतत् ब्रह्मा, ये सारा ब्रह्म स्वरूप है ना, सारा इंक्लूडिंग यू, इंक्लूडिंग शिष्या, ये ब्रह्म स्वरूप ही है. ठीक है, कैसे रियलाइज करना? हाउ टू फाइंड दैट? I am Atma Brahma. So you find in yourself. That's why it is called शारीरिक मीमांसा. जो सारा सूत्र जो है उसका नाम शारीरिक मीमांसा. ब्रह्म सूत्र जो है शारीरिक मीमांसा. मतलब क्या है? So you have to find in yourself all pervading Brahma. You can't go anywhere to find that. It is there in yourself. That's why I am Atma Brahma. So your Brahma, our own nature, I am Atma, हमारा आत्म जो है, आत्मा मतलब क्या है? इनर सेल्फ, डीप इनर सेल्फ, दैट इज an Atman. I am Atma Brahma. I am Atma Brahma. ठीक है, कैसे? How to know that? That's why Soyam Atma Chatushpat. So we have to do the jignasa by Chatushpat, 4 pada. Padyate iti padam. That will come in Mandukya Karika. So that we will keep it aside. Okay. So we'll just see what is this 4 pada, definition of pada and all. Let us not worry about that. If you want to know, so we have to do the Mandukya Upanishad chapters. So that we are not doing, we are just thinking about how the Atma Swarupa is demonstrated in Mandukya Upanishad. Okay. Oh, for time being, let us not worry about the 4th pada. Okay. So as I told, Avastatreya means what? Traya means 3. What are all those avastas? क्योंकि हमारा लाइफ में, हमारा अनुभव में जो है वो ही वेदांत में है. So that's why वो पहला जो बेसिस कॉन्सेप्ट है वो सार्वत्रिक पूर्णानुभव, उसका आधार से ही सभी वेदांत बोधन है. इसलिए हमारा जो अनुभव में, in our daily life, if I take daily life, daily is also confined to Jagrata Avastha. Okay, that's why whatever we say, that all is Adhyaropa. The Adhyaropa means what? The purpose of teaching, we can't open our mouth without doing the Adhyaropa. Okay, for those who doesn't know Adhyaropa, I will tell later, don't worry about that. For someone here, I have got know some concept of it, that's why I'm telling that. Okay. So, first of all, as I told, our modern scientific world gives preference only for the Jagrata Avastha, okay, waking state. But one thing is that even the waking state, Adhunik Vignan, modern science, doesn't know about waking state at all. What are all there in waking state? That also a modern state doesn't know. But Vedant उसमें है. So क्या है? वो जो जागृत अवस्था आप बोल रहा है ना, उसमें क्या क्या, so what all is available, क्या क्या है, उसका सभी समीक्षण करके क्या बोलता है अवस्था के मतलब, जागृत अवस्था मतलब. इसलिए so Vedanta has divided this into 3 main parts. That is, first thing is Adhyatmika Prapancha. In English, it is called corporeal plane. Adhyatmika. First, it has to start from here. Adhyatmika means what? This one, this body, Sharira. This corporeal plane consists of the body, this Sharira, body, the pran, the vital force. ये बॉडी चलने के लिए प्राण होना चाहिए. A body, pran, and the organs which is required of action, sense organs, mind, intellect, and feelings. जो अनुभव जो होता है ना, पेट में दर्द, वो अनुभव है. We can't demonstrate. That is called Vedana Anubhava. Okay. So feelings of suffering and enjoyment, including the I sense, the concept of I. Okay. So this is called the corporeal plane or Adhyatmika Prapancha. This one, Adhyatmika Prapancha. The body, the prana, the vital force, the organs, psycho-physical complex, the mind. So जो विचार इसमें होता है वो सभी आध्यात्मिक प्रपंच. Okay. And then second one, Adi Bhautik Prapanch, which is called the material plane. Material plane means what? All पंचभूत जो है, हम यहाँ रहने के लिए वो जो हमारे हम हैं, हमसे कनेक्ट हुआ ये जो प्रपंच जो है ये पांच भूत से बनाया है. ठीक है. It is made up of all 5 components. Correct. In which conglomeration of all 5 elements: the space, akasha, the air, fire, water, earth, पृथ्वी, up, वायु, आकाशा, जला जो है वो 5 elements जो है, and the physical bodies of all creature etc. This group is called the material plane, आदि भौतिक प्रपंच. ये हम जो देख रहा है वो सभी आदि भौतिक प्रपंच है. ये इस 5 एलिमेंट्स के बिना कुछ भी नहीं है. ठीक है. ये आदि भौतिक प्रपंच. ये मॉडर्न साइंस से हम we can understand. Okay. But another thing is here which is called Adi Daivika Prapancha, the divine plane. What is that divine plane? So that consists of the sun, the moon, the planets, billions of stars. So one can question, this also has been told by science. Yes, correct. It is told by science. But how will it tell? It will tell that as it is like non-living things. None of the science will tell that sun, moon and all are living things. But our Vedanta says that it is the divine plane. No one will see in our Sanatana Sanskrit, no one will say that the sun is non-living, but it is a devata for us. That's why everyone will do some or the other kind of rituals of the sun, whoever it might be, whether it is a Brahman, Vaishya, Shudra or whoever, they will do rituals on the sun. Sandhavandana or Surya ka prarthana, Aditya Hridaya, whatever we'll do. And one thing, so whatever see the sun, that is Bhautika sun, Bhautik सूर्य है, उसके बारे में नहीं है. वो आदित्य हृदय स्तोत्र होता है ना, उसके बारे में नहीं है. वो दिखने वाला सन है, बट उसका देवता जो होता है वो आंख से हम नहीं देख सकता देवताओं को. So it is just a picture. So we can imagine that we can do aradhana with that shape. That is different story. But so we can't confine the Surya Bhagavan with that shape. That is the thing which I want to tell you. Okay. So devata है, आदित्य देवता है, चंद्र देवता है, वो सभी ग्रह, शनि देवता, मंगल देवता है, और राहु क्योंकि वही देवता का रूप से ही हम देखता है. वो राक्षस है, वो डिफरेंट स्टोरी, अमृत पिया है ना, इसलिए हम देवता ही कहलाता है. और बहुत ज्यादा है इन द डिवाइन प्लेन, आदि दैविक प्रपंच में बहुत सारा है. इट इज टोल्ड इन तैत्तरीय आरण्यक that it will from here till Hiranyagarbha Loka. It is there. So because when you say Swarga, heaven, it is not only one heaven. Just like how it is told in other, it is not even a religion. Forget about that. Eternal hell, eternal heaven. So we don't have that kind of concept. Even it is a heaven. There is different gradation of heaven. Pitruloka, Gandharvaloka, Devagandharvaloka, Ajanu Devadadi Loka, Brahaspati Loka. Like that, different gradations are there. Up to Hiranyagarbha Loka. Okay? That is very vast. Science can't define that. Science can't investigate that. Okay? So, these all are there. Okay? Where? In Jagrata Prapancha. It is there. Okay? Along with this, there is a concept of infinite time. Correct? We don't know when time came. If we ask when time came, that is a nonsense question. Why? Because when means itself is a time. Correct. That's why infinite time, space means what? From here to here. It is interdependent. That is a different story. So time and space can't be independent. It is interdependent. Space. So from here to here, from here to there, that is a space. Time, space. So we are living in this space. Jagrada Avastha means what? Some space we can see. Time is also there. Without time, Jagrada Avastha will not come. Okay? Time, space and causation. Karya Karana Bhava. Causation मतलब क्या? हम कहाँ आया है? So seed क्या है? Seed form होता है और seed के बाद जो वृक्ष होता है वो जैसा कार्य कारण भाव संबंध है. कारण और उसका कार्य, becoming and being. So becoming, from what it has become. From entire world, from something should be there, which is the root cause of that. That is कार्य कारण भाव. वो जो संबंध जो है ये है. ये सभी चीज ये जागृत अवस्था में है. It all is defined as Jagrada Avastha. So we don't have anything apart from this. We can't define anything apart from this. That is called Jagrada Avastha. That's why in a Brahma Sutra Bhashya, in Janmadhyasya Yataha Sutra, Acharya will say a very beautiful thing where he tells that he defines the universe. How he defines the universe? Asya Jagataha. So, e Jagat Nama Rupabhyam Vyakritasya. Nama Rupabhyam Vyakritasya. Name and form. It is spread with the name and form. Universe that is manifested through the name and form. Correct? Entire world, we can see name and forms. One form is there, to that one name will give. That is there. And then Aneka Kartru Bhoktru Sayuktasya. So we can see this is associated with diverse agents and experiences that provides the support of actions and results having well-regulated space, time and causation. Aneka Kartru Bhoktru Sayuktasya. Many people are running in this world. We are also following them. How they are running? So they are doing something to have something. Aneka Kartru. So सारे कुछ चीज हम जो कर रहा है, क्यों कर रहा है? हम कुछ पाने के लिए. करेक्ट? कर्तृ भोक्तृ. पाने का जो है वो भोक्तृ होता है. ठीक है? कर्तृ मतलब क्या? करना. aneka kartru bhoktru sanyuktasya. Not only us, even an ant will struggle for its life. The lions, leopards, everything will struggle for life. Correct? Anek kartru bhoktru sayuktasya. And then well regulated by time, space and causation. Well regulated. That's why it called pratidesha niyata, pratidesha kala niyata kriya karaka phalashrayasya. Pratiniyata. Sanskrit is a very beautiful language. Pratiniyata, niyata, regulated, well regulated. Pratiniyata desha kala kriya karaka phalashrayasya. Well regulated by time, space and causation. Correct? Well regulated. So there is a well regulated time, 24 hours only. So with the time only this has to happen. It can't vary. It is correctly regulated, time, space and causation. and that defines all thoughts about the real nature of the creation. That's why, see, that's why you tell very beautiful line, this one. Manasa api achintya rachana rupasya. So we can't think that in our mind, from our mind. This whole creation is there, no? The whole waking state, the creation of the whole waking state. So which comprises of Adhyatmika. Just see Adhyatmika. Forget about the divine plane and that material plane. Just think about this Adhyatmika Prapancha, this corporeal plane. Inside, how many things are there? Mind. Oh, what a beautiful material, the mind. The heart, kidney, the blood, our nerves, nervous system. Wow, what a beautiful things. Karya Karana Bhava Sambandha. Just imagine. That's why Acharya has told, Manasa api achintya rachana rupasya asya jagataha. Jagat is that. So, science, whoever might be the scientist, he can't do the research on the entire world. No, not at all possible. What are all there in this world? Research will never end. That's why how beautifully Acharya has told, Manasa api achintya rachana rupasya. चिंतन करने के लिए नहीं होता है, अतीत है. मतलब क्या है? चिंतन हम कर सकता है, मन से अतीत है. आत्म स्वरूप के बारे में नहीं, ब्रह्म स्वरूप के बारे में नहीं. ये प्रपंच जो है मन के अतीत है. मनसा अपि अचिंत्य रचना रूपस्य अस्य जगतः. That is the definition of the world. So later he will tell. So this prapanch, so that's we will see in the science of being. Okay, that is the actual book we want to take. So to tell that, these basic six I'm telling you. Okay, that will continue from Chandogya 6th chapter. So who has created this world? He should be Sarvagnaha, Sarvashaktaha. They only has to create. Who is that Sarvagnaha, Sarvashaktaha? The investigation goes like that. That is the Chandogya Upanishad. Okay. So now we are dealing with the Avastatreya. Okay. So this comprises of these things. Beyond this, so this Jagrad Avastha nahi hota. ठीक है? That is first thing. And पहले अवस्था आना है. मतलब first, when you wake up from the dream or a sleep, first this avastha will come. Jagrad avastha will come. After that, we can see the world. Correct? All this world, we can visualize, we can see this world only when we have this waking state. Without waking state, there is no world at all. So that's why this waking state is subtler than this world. So व्यापक है, ये जो वेकिंग स्टेट है जो व्यापक है और सूक्ष्म है प्रपंच से. मतलब if I want to give an example, the all ornaments, okay, the all ornaments, the name and form of the ornaments is different, correct? But all the ornaments is made up of gold. Without gold, we can't see the ornaments, correct? I have not seen gold, but I have seen ornaments. Is it possible? No, right? Gold is there. I hope
No, sir.
my voice is clear. So because
Hello.
I can see messages. तो मामा मेरा वॉइस क्लियर है ना?
जी 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 सर, एकदम क्लियर, एकदम क्लियर.
ठीक है. Okay. Okay. So this is very interesting and very subtler thing. That's why you please listen after this class also when I upload in the YouTube. Okay. So we can't say the presence of the ornaments without the presence of the gold, correct? Like that, we can't say the presence of the world, which we have defined now as Adhyatmika, Adhibhotika, Adhidaivika, Desha, Karya, Karana, Bhava. We can't say this without the presence of the waking state. So that's why waking state is subtler and it is व्यापक. It is व्यापक है. उससे भी वो गोल्ड वो ये सभी ऑर्नामेंट्स से ही जुड़ा हुआ है. जैसे ये वेकिंग स्टेट जो है ये सभी प्रपंच से जुड़ा हुआ है. इसलिए वेकिंग स्टेट इज सटलर than this world. Okay. Okay, leave this apart. If you can't understand this for now, it is fine. Because for the student of Vedanta, if he can't understand certain things, so he will get that concept cleared after listening over a period of time. So at that time, so certain doubts, whatever he or she will be having in the past, will get clear. That's why no need to worry if you don't have understood the concept. Okay. Now I will just touch something on the dream state and I will conclude over here. Okay. So a dream state क्या होता है? So as I told, so the scientific world will not give preference to the other two states. That is because it is not important as per the science. But as I told, it is not a complete vision. It is not a comprehensive vision. So for us to have a comprehensive vision, we also have to give the preference on the dream, and because that is there in our experience. Okay, in the dream. So what are all there in the dream? What are all there in the dream? See, whatever we have defined in a waking state, this set, we just consider this as a set. So देवराज कुलकर्णी जी जो है हमारा गुरु जी, गुरु का गुरु, वो बोल रहा था कि ये सभी जो है वो we have to put that in a one box. ಚೀಲ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ. So we have to put that in one box. This box. So this entire
Thaili in Hindi.
थैली में रखना है सभी चीज को. ओके. ये जो हैली जो है ये ड्रीम में ही है, ड्रीम में भी है, ये सभी. But we have to contemplate that. When it says, Shruti says this, or Guru Acharya says this, so they are telling which is there in our experience. Okay, one has to contemplate. Because that will come in our daily life. We can't avoid that. One can't say, I don't want dream, it will come. One can't say, I don't want sleep, it will come. Contemplate upon it. Check whether the Shruti statement is correct or not. Whatever is told over here, Aneka Kartru Bhoktru Sayuktasya, correct na? In the dream also, Aneka Kartru Bhoktru रहता है ना? मैं रहता हूँ ड्रीम में. मैं ड्रीम में ये आध्यात्मिक प्रपंच होगा. आध्यात्मिक प्रपंच से रिलेटेड जो आदि भौतिक प्रपंच जो है वो भी रहेगा ड्रीम में, और आदि दैविक प्रपंच जो है वो भी रहेगा. प्रति देश काल नियत क्रिया कारक पराशय वो भी उसमें है. देश रहता है, हम स्वप्न में ट्रैवल करते रहता है. स्वप्न में सूर्य चंद्र सभी होता है, टाइम होता है इसमें. So many of the people might have experienced exam dreams where some exam already has come, I have not yet prepared what to do, so my all ticket is not there. Those kind of dream it will come. So that clearly says that time is clearly there in the dream. So that's why contemplate upon it. Even if we know that concept, that the dream concept, Avastatreya concept, contemplating on it is very important. So that's why it is very important. As I told in the very beginning itself, it is not like our normal study. So we can study anything is in this world. That is difficult. That is different story. Only if you have proper intellect, we can study. That is different. So that will not work over here. Intellect will not work over here. The contemplating on the things. If you want to contemplate, you should have purified mind. That's why sadhana, it will ask a sadhana for you. Otherwise, it will not come. So as and when you do the proper sadhana, more and more contemplation you can do. That's why the one which had contemplated long back, now it would be different. That is because we might have done that kind of sadhana. That's why you have to think that entire this whatever is defined over here, it is there or not. Okay, that will continue tomorrow. So many questions will arise. How it is possible? Dream is just a state, it will come and go. It is not like that. It will like a movie where we see in the movie. It is like that. It will come and go. It is not like a waking state. That kind of questions may arise in our mind. Those kind of questions, Shankaracharya's Paramaguru, who is Gaudabada Acharya, has taken and given answer for that. Shankaracharya also has taken those questions and given an answer for that. That's why, because their vision is different. That Acharya's vision is there now, that will cover all the jignasus, that will cover all kind of category of students. It will not, first of all, Shruti itself will not leave all kind of students. Acharya, just imagine Acharya, they will Paramakarnikena Acharya. When Shankaracharya says about Guru, he will tell always Paramakarnikena. The Karana jo hai, that's why, so he has taken all kind of questions which will come in our mind. We will see what are all those questions which will come when we contemplate this dream and the waking state, and then we'll go to the deep sleep state, and ultimately we can come to the fourth state, which is Turiya, which is witnessing principle, and how all this is there in this three state, that witnessing principle, that we will see in the next class, that is day after tomorrow. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Om Sharshibhyo Namo Mahabhyo Namo Gurubhya Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tassa Shri Krishna Namaste. One thing I want to ask, so question and answer, I don't know how I should take. That is because already it is 10 o'clock. If I continue with the question and answer, it will become harder for you and heavy for you. That's why, anyway, so I'll be conducting the study circle. At that time, you can ask question. It is different story. But the thing is, while explaining itself, you have got some questions that will become difficult. So that's why tell me how I can plan.
Raghu, we can put it in the group chat, right? We can go on offline